chance, he gave me a chance. Thank him in advance, cause he broke the trance. I've been through a lot, wasn't happenstance. Now I ain't looking back, not a second glance. Going and I'm flowing, I'm knowing I cannot hold. Frank him up on my crown, I pray that he protect my thoughts. So you the soul to the earth, or be earth the pillar of salt. No, get off me, not faulty, I'm swarthy, I don't swear with thoughts. Son unto my own, I had to pick up my cross. Will you follow the hallowed or be swallowed for going off? Is it Torah or Korah? My aura can't ignore the boss. And this faith that will lead you, have you count the cost? I done told you once, do I have to tell you twice? Embody, you are a living sacrifice. Like Christ had died when our debt was amortized. You may end up in the mortuary or be mortified. I ain't bowing to no man, man, I'm Mordecai. Patience of the saints, yeah, how wish I be standing by. Under your judgment, the commandments, my alibi. I'm so serious when you see me, just look into my eyes. Yeah, they built in Zion, yeah, held them up like Orion. Then Abba put the iron, they became prey to a lion. Still ain't wanna hear, then got tackled by a bear. Groups touching ain't budging for bed to idol, God they swear. Still ignore the shepherd, then got spotted by the leopard. Believed in the conjecture, transgressions throughout their records. Till this very day, getting trampled by the ego. Your ego is the reason we cannot rise as a people. Do it for my sister and do it for my brethren. Every word I'm telling should stick in your melon. Despite all the tension in his name I mention, these words I haven't sent. Repent, so please pay attention.
Hey, what up, what up, what up? Shalom, 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 shalom. Welcome to another edition of Maccabeestv. Y'all see where I'm at, right? I'm in the park. I'm in the park. I'm feeling marvelous today, family. I'm feeling marvelous. I woke up this morning. I had a nice vegetable smoothie, right? I should say actually I had juice. I'm sorry. It wasn't a smoothie. It was some juice. Juice some vegetables. Got my workout on, and now I'm in the park. We about to have this little get together today I told y'all about. So I'm here, hold the spot down. Y'all can see it's beautiful out here, family. Take a look. It's beautiful out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful day here in New York City. It's gonna be like 90 degrees though. That's the only thing. So y'all know when it gets hot, it's a little breezy right now. When it gets hot, I gotta take off this, you know, this little sweater I got on. But it's a little breezy out here right now. So I'm holding the spot down in the shade. You know, so that way the kids and the, you know, the elderly ain't sitting out in that baking sun. Because people, you know, when you do these sort of things, people come out to the park like 6 in the morning. Like 6 in the morning. I have my eye on a spot. I got here, somebody was already here, and I got here mad early. Anyway, shalom, welcome to another edition of Maccabeestv. Let's see who's in the house. Y'all already know the etiquette. If you in my house and you have not hit the like button, shame on you, man. You get the dislike button too if you're a hater. It doesn't matter. Let's see who's in the building. Let me take these glasses off because I can't see. I'm in the shade. Crown Me 13, I see you. Yawana Judah, I see you. I'm expect to see you later. Hassad, Shalom King, what's going on, my man? Hassad in the building. All right, Yasun, I saw you yesterday. Matter of fact, Yasun, I saw you on the comment boards. I saw you on the comment boards on that video going back and forth with the unconscious community. I saw you, King. Shalom to you. Harry Wynn, shalom to you. Dwayne Yosef, my brother, of course, shalom to you. Sham, Officer Sham, Kodash Kaya, shalom to you. Let's see. Harry Wynn, shalom to you. Perry Hayes, shalom to you, bro. Long time no see. Bang Bang Boogie. That's right. We in the boogie down right here, Pelham Bay Park. Last stop on the 6 train. That's where I'm at. Listen, man, I'm out here on my computer. Y'all can see I'm on my computer. I got my external Wi-Fi, but my battery, I thought I charged it, but I did not. So I got about 30 minutes. So I said I'd just come and talk to the family. I would just come talk to the family for a minute. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Facebook. Y'all can hit that like button too. And if y'all want to come over to YouTube to leave a comment, y'all can come over to YouTube and leave a comment. What's going on, family? How's everybody doing? Like I said, I feel marvelous today, man. There's a plane going over my head right now, so I'm going to wait until it goes by. Plus Beach, shalom to you too. I see you. Shalom to you as well. Yeah, family, I feel good. I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all brother feels good, man. Yesterday was a marvelous day. A marvelous day, right? So, like I've been telling y'all, ever since the Passover and unleavened bread, I'm put down a lot of the leaven. Like I still eat it, don't get it twisted, right? But I cut down on a lot of the leaven, a lot of starches. I cut down on that stuff because this time of year when it's warm, the majority of the time you really just want to drink stuff. Like you're not really that hungry. Sometimes like a nice smoothie, a nice shake or something like that will satisfy your appetite and you ain't got to eat real heavy. So I've been doing that, and your brother's getting back in, what I'm saying, exponential shape again. you know Shout out to Captain Yawasop. Shout out to Captain Magun. They motivated the brother. They was laughing at me, telling me I wasn't looking like I was looking a couple of years ago. So I've been back heavy in the gym, and it's coming back. So you know what they say: laugh now, cry later. I already told them, man, just give me 60 to 90 days, and I'm gonna be back to where I was 2 or 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I'm almost there already. And we had that discussion at Passover, and now it's May, so it's been about a month or maybe a month and a half, right? And I already ready. I'm getting back there. Listen, family, like I said, I ain't got long because my battery is not what it should be. So I just wanted to check in with y'all. If anything, I'll go back live on my phone. Listen, so yesterday, man, was a great day, like I said. So I stopped off, and I know y'all get, whatever. I stopped off by Brother Sonetta. He hit me up to come over there. And I went over there, and y'all gonna see the video. These guys are pulling some of the most outrageous scriptures that they could find to try to come against the Bible. Outrageous scriptures that he's trying to prove to me that the Bible condones homosexuality. Let me tell y'all some of the scriptures he was pulling on me. He pulled Ecclesiastes 7:13. When y'all get a chance, look at Ecclesiastes 7:13. Nowhere in there is it condoning homosexuality. Then he pulled Isaiah 45:7. Nowhere in there is it condoning homosexuality. Then he pulled Amos 3:6. Was that another one that he pulled? Yeah. Then he pulled Romans 9:21. Like all these scriptures have nothing to do with homosexuality whatsoever, but these guys are so intent on proving the unprovable that they sit down and watch videos to try to find scriptures, or go to the internet and look at websites that speak against the Bible and try to find scriptures and try to prove that the Bible condones of homosexuality, all because we know ancient Egypt condoned homosexuality. So they're trying to pull us into the abyss with them, but it doesn't work, family. It doesn't work whatsoever. I'm going to tell y'all real quick, like I said, this is going to be a very, very short video. I'm going to tell y'all real quick. I'm going to give y'all a jewel. Okay, I'm going to give y'all a jewel, right? I told Sonetta, and you guys are going to see when the video comes out, there's 3 ways the Bible is understood, right? There's 3 ways to break the Bible down. You have subtext, context, and supertext. Subtext, context, supertext. A lot of times when people try to bring us doctrines, I don't care if it's Christians, Comedics, whatever it is, a lot of times they try to bring you scriptures on a subtext level, meaning they will isolate a verse, maybe 2 at max, and bring that to you and bring you their doctrine. But when you start looking at scriptures contextually, meaning that you take into account many verses, or when you start looking at scriptures subtextually, which means you start looking at chapter or chapters, a lot of times that kills doctrines. And so every scripture that he was pulling it in its subtextual form, meaning isolated. But when you start reading above or beneath, doctrine dead. That's what that is, family. So it was a good day, man. Then, of course, we went out to the streets, the highways and the byways, and we taught our people. So all praise to the Most High, man. And y'all can see, like I said, I'm here in the park, in Pelham Bay Park in the Bronx. It's the last stop on the 6 train. Those of y'all that's coming, if you don't know where Pelham Bay Park is, if you're driving, all you got to put in is Dunkin' Donuts. That's a major place you could put in right here in this area. Put in Dunkin' Donuts, Pelham Bay Park in the Bronx. Dunkin' Donuts, Pelham Bay Park in the Bronx. And you just come across the streets of the park. You can't miss us. I got here early so I can secure us a good spot. Let me see how much time I got left. My battery is saying I got about 7 to 8 minutes, man. Let me see who else is in the building. Who else is in the building? I probably will go live again on my cell phone. Yeah. We love our brother Sonetta, man, whatever like that. I love the brother. A lot of people don't like the brother, but I love the brother because I'm going to tell you something. When it comes down to it, that brother shows me more brotherly love than some of you Israelites. I'm telling you straight. I could call that brother up and ask for a favor. Some of you Israelites, if I'm not a part of your organization, I can't ask you nothing. I can't ask you nothing, right? And do you guys know how many people have contacted myself and Captain Yak and Divine Prospect and Zion, those of us that go over there that y'all say we shouldn't go over there? Do you know how many people have come into the truth by seeing us on that platform? I'm telling y'all, it's a lot. What, y'all thought I was going? What? Y'all ain't have no faith. Oh, ye of little faith. What, y'all thought I was going? I ain't going. I told y'all if it goes, I'm gonna get on my cell phone. What did I tell you? I told y'all that. Oh, ye of little faith, man. So because I came back, y'all need to hit the like button. Stop playing. Hit the like button. Stop playing. See, the faithless left the building, y'all. The faithless left the building. So you gotta have, hey, family, you got to have faith. See that? You gotta have faith, man. So, damn. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Salaki. Salaki, y'all. Yeah, you gotta have faith, family. Everybody that ran out of here, I was only going like what 2 minutes. Everybody ran out of here. You gotta build your faith up, man. I'm gonna have to do a class on building your faith up, man. Y'all had no faith in your brother. I told y'all I'm gonna go on my cell phone if it dies, right? Give me 1 second, y'all. Harry Wins, you said everybody did it already? Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. Hey, Palaya, man, shalom to you. I see you. Yeah, what's up, Zob? Okay, no choice. All right, come. All right. Yeah. So anyway, well, Royal Prince, I don't know what you mean by clown us or clown me. I don't allow anybody to clown me. Like if you when you see my interviews on there, you show me where he does that. I don't allow that. I don't tolerate that. It might be other people, but I don't tolerate that. No, that's not what happened. And that's not what happened in this interview either. You'll see. That's not how it goes down, King, at all. Not at all. So you say he got some points. What points are you talking about that he has? Like Harry Wins, give me a point that he has that you're talking about. Enlighten me. I got some time. Enlighten me to one of the points that he has that I may be missing. You said I don't stay long. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But you said there's some points there. I'd like to know what some of the points is that they have. Let's go down some of the points that they try to make against the Bible. They say that the Bible is a book that condones homosexuality. They don't have a point with that. No point. No point whatsoever. They say God doesn't exist. They don't have no point with that whatsoever. I mean, I'm trying to understand. What's the point? Yesterday he told me that the Bible talks against, what did he say? The Bible says snakes are evil. I'm like, where's that? Where's that in the scriptures? A lot of the arguments that these guys make against the Bible are arguments that they're making against Christians. And what I try to explain to these guys over and over again is that we are not Sunday school, Sunday morning Christians. So you cannot bring Christian doctrines to us and expect us to co-sign those Christian doctrines. If you want to have a discussion with myself or anybody in this community, right, then you need to, if you want to have a discussion with any of us, you need to argue with us based on what we believe, not based on what you perceive that we believe. Let me say it that way. Okay. Harry Wins, I don't know if you're new to the channel, but I've had economic roundtables on this channel, brother. I've had that already. I've had that. So that's why I'm saying maybe you don't know me. I've had that. And as a matter of fact, I was just in conversations with a brother this week about having another one. But let's be clear. First of all, money is not what ails our community. Okay, good. So you're new. That's why I said that. I said you might be new. So you might mistake me for every other Israelite that you might know. I don't know. I talk about everything on this channel. Everything. I don't leave no stones unturned. So we talked about economics on this channel. And like I said, I had a brother that I was talking to this very week. Shout out to my man, Brother Dove, from Baltimore. The brother's very, very wise and intelligent when it comes to economics and stuff like that. And I plan on doing another roundtable with that brother and some other brothers as well. We're going to talk about everything from cryptocurrency to gold to silver to investments to credit. We're going to talk about all that stuff. And we've talked about that stuff before. But like I said, I want to be clear. Money is not what ails our people. It's morals. It's laws, statutes, commandments. It's mores. That's what ails our people. Because you can give Negroes money. You see what happens every year when Negroes get money when they get their tax return? Do you see what happens when Negroes get their money and they get the money from a stimulus? That money doesn't even stay in our community 24 hours. We put it right back in these other nations that's in our community. That's what we do. So our people need education. They need mores. They need laws. They need to learn how to value each other. They need to learn how to invest and spend with each other. But the first thing you have to do in order for us to do these things is you got to remove that mote or that evil look out of your brother's eye, because we hate each other as Black people. We hate each other. We're always in competition with each other. So how are we going to talk money? You seen these rappers? A lot of these rappers, a lot of times when they get killed, you know how they get killed? They get set up by somebody in their own crew. A lot of times it be somebody close to them that be hating on them that kills them. You know why? Because it wasn't the money. It wasn't the money. It was the mores, the folkways, the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the principles that they lacked. That you don't look at your brother and what your brother has and desire to take it from your brother. You go to your brother and you find out how he got it and then what you could do to get it. That's not what we do as a people. That's not us. So yes, our community needs money. Yes, we need financial literacy. Yes, we need to all get our credit up, so forth and so on, because while we're in a society, when you have these things, you function better in the society. The Bible says money is a defense. Let me take these glasses off. The Bible says money is a defense. That's what it says. So I'm all for these things. I didn't see it. What you said? What do you mean by why not unify with brothers? What are you talking about? See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, brother. Here's the thing. You got to be a little bit more. I'm gonna tell you. Normally, if I was doing this from home, I'd let you call in and we could have this conversation. But I'm in the park, and I don't know if the people are gonna be able to hear it from my other cell phone. I don't know. So, and I also don't want to kill my other cell phone because I'm gonna be out here for like the next 10 hours. So we can have this conversation again. But explain to me real quick in the comment section. I'm gonna be looking because I wasn't really paying attention. I want you to explain to me what you mean by come together. Who am I coming together with? Just a random Negro off the corner? No, that's the problem. I'm not coming together with anybody that ain't got the principles and their morals straight first. We can't talk money. Because if you look at it, black people always fall out over money, right? Jealousy, envy. Okay, so you asked, why don't I come together with Israelites, right? Well, you're new, so this is what I'm going to say to you, King, right? Why don't you ask me if I have instead of assuming that I didn't or I don't? I have a working relationship with 90% of the Israelite camps in Israel. The ones that I don't have a relationship with, it's not on my end, it's on theirs, because they feel as though, many of them even come into this truth after me, but somehow they feel as though I'm supposed to be up under you, which is crazy. And so because I'm not with you, then you don't have no relationship. That's your problem, right? So that's why I'm not with them, but that's not the majority of brothers. The majority of brothers I have a relationship with. So again, you got to kind of, maybe you should hang out and watch the channel for a little while and familiarize yourself with me before you assume that I don't have a relationship or a working relationship or do things with other people and other Israelites, because that's not true. The only ones I don't work with is the ones that don't want to work with nobody. And you're always gonna have that, right? Because at the end of the day, one of the things that ails our people, one of the things that ails black people is the fact that black people desire power. When I say black people, I'm talking about Israelites. They desire power, especially power over others. They desire advantage, especially advantage over others. And so they will tear you down to build themselves up, right? You can't unify with those type of people. You could try, but you can't. If I put 1 million, okay, if 1 million put in $1 together for 365 days, how much would that equal out to? That'd be 365 million. What's the point? So you know what it is? I really don't think you understand what it is I'm saying. Money has never been the cure-all for our people. Our history shows us that. Money is a defense and it's good, but that is not what ails our people. It's not. It's not. So if we get all this money, then what? Then what are we going to do? What is that going to do for the bad behavior of our people? What is it going to do for the jealousy, the envy, the hatred of our people? We on these streets throughout these ghettos of America, killing each other over sneakers, over chains, over cars, over BS stuff. What are we going to do about that? How are we going to jump over that to getting $1 million? I didn't say nothing about you needing a calculator. Oh, okay, that was somebody else. I'll tell you what, watch this. And by the way, for those of y'all that's just tuning in, I'm in the park. We're having our cookout today for our camp. Basically, not just for our camp, but anybody that want to come. We in the Bronx in New York. This is Pelham Bay Park. The last stop on the 6 train, if you're familiar with New York, the last stop on the 6 train, Pelham Bay Park. It's a Dunkin' Donuts right there for those of y'all that's supposed to be coming, that's driving, that's really not familiar with the area. It's a Dunkin' Donuts right across the street. This is Pelham Bay Park. The last stop on the 6 train. It's a beautiful day. Let me turn the camera around for a second and we come back to it. Y'all see that out there? Your brother got a nice spot in the shade. All praise to the Most High, right? Y'all can see what's happening out there. Y'all can see what's happening out there, right? People are already out here, you know? So that's the bridge right there. If y'all look, right? I don't know what y'all see. Let me see if y'all can see it, right? I'm gonna put it over there. See that right there? That's the bridge. When you get off the 6 train, you walk over the bridge and walk down that thing, and you're right here. Okay. So yeah, I'm out here. I got time. So I'm just chopping it up with the family today, you know what I'm saying? Seeing what's going on with the family. What's up, Mika? What's going on? I was telling the family, Mika, I have an interview I did with Sonetta yesterday. It was real interesting, you know. Of course, your homie, your bestie came up, right? He came up, so we talked about that. I heard I've been running, supposedly. Huh. So we had a good conversation about that. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, he had his trick questions that he pulled on me, you know. But you can't destroy this truth. This truth cannot be destroyed. The rabbit is out the bat. The rabbit is out the bat. You know, what do they say? The rabbit is out the hat. The genie is out the bottle. Proverbial genie is out the bottle. You cannot destroy this truth. It doesn't matter how many Israelites lose faith and leave. It doesn't matter how many Israelites start selling out and accepting bribes, because that's going on in the community too. Ain't nobody stupid. Ain't nobody stupid. I got my suspicions, but I keep them to myself, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter what they do. They've been trying to do this since I came in the truth. Since I came in the truth, next year makes 30 years. Since I came in the truth, they've been trying to do the same thing. And it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. That's why the Most High has so many different people doing this work all over the place. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Esau can't buy everybody off. You can't pay everybody off. You might be able to pay a few people off, but you can't pay everybody off. Right? It's just too many camps and too many people teaching. You know what I'm saying? Small, medium, large. Can't pay everybody off. So this truth will continue. It doesn't matter how many people come against it. The Most High said he will give us a mouth with wisdom that all of our enemies will not be able to gainsay nor resist. And a lot of people are trying to resist this truth. Every time I turn around, somebody got a new doctrine. Some newfangled doctrine. That really is not a new doctrine at all. A lot of these doctrines are old recycled garbage that was debunked before. And when they come back, they get debunked again. It's the same trash. I done spent, yesterday we went to camp and we had some Christian dude out there and I lost my voice talking to this dude for almost 2 hours. And I'm laughing to myself. I'm like, this is the same crap that some of these Christian Israelites be trying to say too. He was coming with the same trash and was getting cut at every point. If it's behind come out, it's the second week he came out. If it's behind come out next week, because he wasn't really in front of the speaker, he was on the side. He was on the side. So I'm just sharpening my sword. So this dude is pulling all the scriptures he could try to pull to try to justify that the law is done away with. The law is done away with. Same garbage that we cut all the time. All the time. Ask the brothers, man. I'm doing his ass come back next week. We putting his ass on camera. Even if he's not, even if we're doing this on the side, his ass is going on camera next week. Same recycled trash. Where you going? Galatians 2, 3, 4? That's where you going? That's what you're pulling? Okay. So we're going to test you and see what you really know about Galatians 2, 3, and 4. What do you know? Crickets. Crickets. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of an overview since I'm talking about it. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Harry wins. I'm going to come back to you in a moment. I'm going to finish talking what I'm talking about here. You keep bringing up about he has points. Like what? I asked you before, like what? Like what? What are these wonderful points that we're all missing? I want to know what they are. Because if you know the Bible, you wouldn't think he has any points. So I assume if you think he has points, you don't know the Bible. I'm just saying. We're going to talk about it. I got time. I got time today. If I got to go back in my car and charge this battery for my phone for an hour, I'm going to do that. I'm going to burn the battery out. I got time. You know, I'm dealing with Israelites, right? So, you know, when we do something here in the park, it's a nice day. Half my brothers is probably still asleep. You know what I mean? So I got time to wait. I got time to chill before brothers get here. So it's all good. Let's have some fun. First, let's talk about this Christian dude yesterday. right? Let's talk about the book of Galatians for a second. I went over this in the academy, and by the way, 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Yeah. I talked about this in the academy. Thank y'all for your patience, right? By the way, we're in the park today. One of the things that's going down is the brothers that did that 6 months, graduation day for these brothers, man. Graduation day for the brothers that did their 6 months in the academy. Shout out to y'all brothers. I see some of y'all in the chat. Y'all need to get going and get out here now, though, y'all. Come on, let's go. Get up and let's get at them. Right? So now let's talk about the book of Galatians for a second. I asked the Christian dude, I said, what is the Council of Jerusalem? What is the Council of Jerusalem? What's that? Since you pulling scriptures out of Galatians, right? You trying to cut me, telling me with your old Christian doctrine, which I'm saying Israelites be using the same crap. I said, tell me about the Council of Jerusalem. What's that? This guy had a stuck look on his face. You're supposed to be a minister in church, and you teaching people, and you don't know what the Council of Jerusalem is? No, what's that? The Council of Jerusalem is what's being recounted in Galatians 2. So why would you pull that on me and you don't even have the context of the chapter? Huh? What is the Council of Jerusalem? That's Acts 15. It's Acts 15. Oh, I didn't know that. So then why are you pulling it for? And you don't even understand what you're reading. Because you're reading the scriptures subtextually. You want to pull one verse out that whole chapter to try to tell me the law is done away with, and you don't even understand the context of the chapter, much less why the book was written to begin with. Now he's just sitting there stuck. So then I begin to break it down for him. What you are reading in Galatians chapter 2 is what is taking place. It's Paul, the Apostle Paul, recounting what is taking place at the end of Acts chapter 14 into Acts chapter 15. That's what you're reading in Galatians 2. Now the guy just looked like I gotta call his spirit back from the damn heavens because he don't know what's going on. But you came to the camp to try to cut us. And some of you wicked ass Negroes that so call yourself Israelites, you run away because you read Christian commentaries, so you don't know the stuff either. I ain't supposed to be preaching out here. There's people everywhere. Am I supposed to be out here teaching? Huh? There's people everywhere. They looking at me like I'm crazy. Maybe I should stop. Nah, in a minute. I'm gonna get this offer. You all right, Nugget? You okay? You okay? You okay? Okay, so as I was explaining to him, when you read Acts chapter 14, going towards the end, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't have my Bible in front of me right now. I don't have to. This is second nature. Why? Because you Christians been pulling this crap on me personally going on 30 years. So I've heard it before. When you get towards the end of Acts chapter 14, you begin to see how they was Paul and the apostles was going through different churches throughout Asia Minor, spreading the gospel, right? Listen carefully. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. They were going throughout Asia Minor and they were preaching the gospel, right? Some of those places at the end of Acts chapter 14, some of those places are in Galatia. Did you hear what I said? Did y'all know that? Some of those places that are mentioned at the end of Acts chapter 14, some of those places are in Galatia. It doesn't say Galatia, but you got to study to know that. It's in Galatia. So when carries over to Acts chapter 15, it says, and certain men came down from Jerusalem. Came down from Jerusalem to where? Where did they come down from Jerusalem to? They came down from Jerusalem to those places that's mentioned at the end of Acts chapter 14. They came down from Jerusalem to those places. Where are those places? Some of those places at the end of Acts chapter 14 are in Galatia. Now this guy looks like I'm about to have to perform cardiac arrest on him. He don't know what's going on. But you came here to cut us. Now, when you get to Galatians chapter 2, Paul is recounting what took place back there in Acts chapter 15, the end of Acts chapter 14 into Acts chapter 15. The Pharisees sent people down to Galatia and went to the church of Galatia and was causing confusion in the church, bringing in doctrines, which is why Paul had to take Barnabas and Timothy and go to Jerusalem to have a council with the apostles. That is called in history the Council of Jerusalem. That is what's happening in in Galatians chapter 2. That is the context of the chapter. That's the context. So if you don't know these basic things, this is what I was telling the brother, if you don't know these basic things, right, why do you see fit to come out here to argue with us instead of understanding first? That's what I don't understand. So when you get to, now I hope y'all with me, if everybody's understanding what I said so far, put 1 in the chat, because I like to make sure. So I'm not going no further until I know that you guys understand what I'm saying. So because y'all awfully quiet. I see 2 people arguing back and forth in the chat. Other than that, y'all quiet. So if you understand what it is I'm saying, put 1 in the chat, and then I'll continue. Okay. All praises. All right, good. So let's recount. Let's recount for the people that just got here. And then we're going to continue on because it's going to make sense. This stuff is not hard. It's not. And I tell you all the time, a lot of you Israelites, you don't understand the stuff, the apostle, the writings of Paul like that. Y'all need to get with people that understand it to help you out, because some of y'all are shaky, which is why some of you guys wind up leaving the truth and becoming a Christian with damn fringes on. Again, Galatians chapter 2 is the apostle Paul recounting the Council of Jerusalem that takes place in Acts chapter 15. But Acts chapter 15, if you look at the way the chapter starts, it starts with the word, I believe, end, which means it is picking up or continuing what was happening in Acts chapter 14. Y'all do realize chapters and verses were only added for you guys to be able to find scriptures. So a lot of times, one chapter to the next is just for you to be able to find scriptures, but actually it's a continuation of the story. And Acts chapter 15 is continuing where Acts 14 left off. So when you read at the end of Acts chapter 14, when the apostles were doing their missionary work and going through those churches, some of those churches that are mentioned in Acts chapter 14 at the end, those churches are in Galatia. Hello? When you go to Galatians chapter 1, it doesn't say to the church at Galatia, it says to the churches, plural. Look it up. Because Galatia is actually a country. It tells you that in the book of Acts. Galatia is a country, and there were many churches in Galatia. So you had these Pharisees that were sending men down to these different churches with doctrines, which is why Paul, Barnabas, Timothy went to Jerusalem to do the Council of Jerusalem in Acts chapter 15. That's what is happening in Galatians chapter 2. That is the context. That's where you got to start. When you understand that, everything else begins to become easier. Let's jump over to Galatians chapter 3. O foolish Galatians, who hath bewitched you? Well, if you read Galatians chapter 2, it tells you who was bewitching them. It was men that came in privily to spy out their liberty. Who were these men that came in privily? These were the men that the Pharisees had sent down to Galatia. And you read about that in Acts chapter 14 at the end, which is why the council had to take place in Acts 15. This is all recounting the story. By the time we got to this part of the conversation, I don't even know if he was even, I don't know what was going on. Furthermore, in Galatians chapter 2, it speaks about these men that came into Galatia to spy out the church of Galatia's liberty. What is the liberty? Because this is where the Christians go nuts and lose their mind. What is the liberty? Christians say that means that the liberty is we ain't got to keep the law. We ain't got to keep the law. You're crazy. That's not what the liberty is at all. You're a liar. You are a liar. Give me a second. The liberty that's being spoke about in Galatians chapter 2 doesn't mean that you ain't got to keep the law. The liberty in Galatians chapter 2 is talking about the new covenant. That's all it's talking about. How do I know that? When you read Galatians chapter 4, it speaks about the bondwoman, the son of the bondwoman, and the son of the free woman. The bondwoman represents the old covenant. This is in Galatians chapter 4, verse 22. Y'all can look it up. The bondwoman represents the old covenant. The free woman and her child represents the new covenant. So by Christ dying on the cross, we were given liberty so that we can enter into the bond of the new covenant and not be in bound to that old covenant no more. So Paul, the apostle Paul, was teaching the church of Galatia about Yahushua, and the sacrifice that he made. Meanwhile, the Pharisees had sent spies down to that church to try to get them to go back to those temple rituals, including animal sacrifice for sin, which never could get Israel right. So the church was conflicted. Paul was like, I evidently laid Christ before you. Meanwhile, you guys are allowing these guys to come in here and tell you still got to do them temple rituals. That's all that's going on. Has nothing to do with the law being done away with. Nothing to do with not keeping holy days no more. Nothing to do with not growing your beard. Nothing to do with not wearing fringes. Unless you are a reprobate. Unless you are a reprobate. That's the only reason why you would get that from those verses. It's a little windy now. All right. Y'all all right? Y'all all right? If you guys are all right, put one in the chat now. If I'm boring you guys, I could end it. I got time. I'm out here. The sun is out. I feel good. Know what I'm talking about? I feel good. I always love to fellowship with my brethren and my sisterin, right? So I feel good, man. Hey, brothers and sisters, I'm going to tell y'all this, right? And I want y'all to hear me and hear me good. This is the truth. I always tell y'all that. Don't let nobody tell you this is not the truth. This is the truth. Right, Dwayne, tell me to get them damn lights up. This is the truth. Just because, listen to what I'm telling y'all, just because somebody may say something to you, and we're all in different stages of development and learning in this truth. Everybody's at a different level, right? Some of you brothers and sisters are more experienced. You've been around for a while. Some of you brothers and sisters are less experienced. You just coming in or you've been in for a few years. So there's still a lot of things you don't understand. That's okay. Just know this is the truth. So whatever it is that you may not be able to answer today, the Bible says study to show yourself approved. And when you study to show yourself approved, right, the Most High, the Spirit of the Most High will give you the answer. But first of all, the Bible starts off by telling you have to have a teacher. There's no such thing as not having everybody had a teacher. But ultimately, the Spirit will guide you and lead you to all truth. And this is the truth. And you may not have the answer today, but if you are patient and you have faith, the Most High will give you the answer to all your questions when it comes to the scriptures. I'm telling y'all, I was telling brothers in the academy, I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing, man. I remember when I first came into truth, and I used to do street teachings or whatever. I used to get into debates with people. A lot of times I would avoid the epistles of Paul as much as I could because I didn't understand them. I didn't understand them. And I saw that that's where the Christians always wanted to go. So I would avoid them. I just wanted to stay in the Gospels and the prophets, right? But over time, I realized that I needed to make my weak point my strong point. I'll give y'all an example, right? I was telling this to one of the officers the other day. Me and him went to the gym together, right? And he was asking me questions about working out. And one of the things I told the officers, I said, listen, man, if you're really looking to build yourself up in the gym, don't do machines. I said, when I was a personal trainer, we used to tell our clients, machines equals maintenance, MM, machines, maintenance. If you are in good shape already, or if you're trying to target a specific muscle or whatever like that, then you get on those machines. But if you're looking to bulk up and build your strength up, you got to do dumbbells specifically, barbells too, but dumbbells specifically. Why? Because one side of your body is always stronger than the other side. If you are right-handed, 9 times out of 10, your right hand is stronger than your left hand. 9 times out of 10, there's some anomalies. If you are left-handed, 9 times out of 10, your left hand or your left side is stronger than your right hand. When you do dumbbells, both arms are forced to do equal amount of work. So your weak side is now going to have to do what? Get strong. Okay? It's the same thing with this truth. It's the same thing. Hey, Harry, look, let me say this, man. This is not a good place for you to be cooning. This is not. What I don't understand about black people is, first of all, watch this. You saying you don't understand why some Israelites attack whites. First of all, I've been on live now for like about an hour almost. I ain't talking about white people yet. What you talking about? Why are you thinking about the white man? I didn't talk about them. You heard me talk about, you didn't hear me talk about white people yet. I'm talking about the scriptures. You and I were talking about economics, so forth and so on. But you, a black man, the white man is on your mind. He's just on your mind, trying to save him. So much, the white man is on your mind so much that you're hearing things. You're hearing things. Why are we talking about the white man? I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. Man. Master, you's a sick. We's a sick. Let me stop. Oh, boy. Y'all go ahead and y'all talk to homie in the comments. I'm looking at what he's chatting. If law enforcement didn't patrol the black and brown communities, what would happen to our communities? Who's talking about law enforcement? Who said that law enforcement shouldn't be patrolling our communities? What are you talking about, brother? You have people that are in law enforcement in the Israelite community. Did you know that? No, you know what? You probably didn't because you said you knew. You have people that are in different branches of law enforcement in the Israelite community. That is their occupation. Some of them were that before they came into the truth. So you just hearing stuff like, what else is on your mind, brother? We here for you. What else is on your mind? I'm here for you. What else is bothering you? Huh? Hey, bro, you wrote earlier that you're thinking about joining ISUPK, then join. One thing you're gonna find out over here about me, I don't camp bang. I don't. Everybody that knows me knows I have a saying. Those that's close to me know I say it all the time. Go wherever you're going to be productive. Wherever you are going to be the most productive, that's where you need to go. So I got people all the time telling me, I'm thinking about going to this camp. I'm thinking about going to that camp. I say, Most High be with you, bro. I don't recruit. I got this channel. I don't recruit none of y'all. I tell y'all see what's going across. I have the academy. Those that's interested in coming and learning and stepping up their information and knowledge on the scriptures, they come. But I don't recruit. And I don't hate on nobody else. And I'm not watching what no other camp is doing. I'm watching what we're doing. And I'm making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So if that's the place that you want to go, Most High be with you, brother. Just go over there and be productive. Don't go over there and just be a professional student and sit up under brothers for years and everything. Go in there, learn the information, become productive, and bring in more fruit. And the Most High be with you, and that's that. Brother, I built with brothers over there. Where you been? I built with brothers over there. On this channel, just put it in search how many videos I've done with Captain Tazariak on this channel. I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't. All right, brother, I'm about to stop interacting with you just for the simple fact that, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm gonna be hard for just a second, brother. You dealing with too much emotions. You are. Because that's not what you're doing, is not what men do. Right? So maybe you do need to get up in there, man, and get built up a little bit more. A man doesn't look at another man who he doesn't know and start talking about there ain't no love. You know what my relationship is with those brothers? Do you know? You said it's a lack of love. How you know that? Do you know my relationship with those brothers? Do you know? Men don't do that. You ask questions. Hey, bro, you got a relationship with them? You got a relationship with them? Okay, cool. And then once you have the information and you process the information and you deal with that, you over here you done made at least like 10 assumptions. So I don't know what's going on with you, King, but you're going to have to drop that. Listen, not to be funny, I love my sisters, but that's what women do. Women kind of lean on their emotions and they make assumptions and men don't do that. You said, no, you and I. Harry, I don't know you. So what you talking about a lack of love? I don't know you, bro. Do you even know what love is? Love is keeping the commandments. So why would not keep the commandments towards you or any of my people? What are you talking about? Love is it's not a warm, fuzzy feeling in the pit of your heart. That's not, if you got a warm, fuzzy feeling right here, you probably got heartburn. You probably got indigestion or heartburn, man. You might want to take some herbs for that. You know what I'm talking about? You might have acid reflux. There's some herbs for that. There's some herbs for that. And I know all about them. I can get them for you. Because love is keeping the commandments. And the real love, when you show real love to your people, is keeping the commandments towards your people, even when they don't keep them towards you. Loving your people, even when they don't love for you. Not robbing or stealing from your people, even if your people will rob and steal from you, because you know better. To go out here in the highways and the byways and teach our people who are hard-headed and don't want to listen, that's love. Y'all need to get my likes up too. Get my likes up. Come on, y'all. Get the likes up. Let's go. That's love. Every damn Saturday, we are out in the highways and the byways. It was hot as hell yesterday. We're coming into summer. It's going to be 90-something degrees out there. Brothers is out there. All winter, we're out there. That's love. When brothers could be sitting at home in the heat with their feet up on the weekend watching Sports Center like everybody else. There's a lot of stuff you don't know, King. I gave up my whole youth for this truth. I came into this truth at 19 years old. I gave up my whole youth for this thing. And everything that I was doing, every aspiration I had and everything in this world, I gave it up for this work. And what do I have to show for it? Outside of my Israelite family, what do I have to show for it? Our people hate us. They look down on us. And we still do this. That's love. That's the love that I'm talking about. Not that warm, fuzzy feeling. If you got that warm, fuzzy feeling, you are sick, go get some herbs. Or if you don't believe in herbs, go get some damn, what is it, Tums? What the hell they got for heartburn? Tums, right? Something. Yeah, family. So what else? Some of y'all is coming in late, man. It's too bad. Yeah. You know what I think I'm gonna do, man? I'm gonna go over, at some point, I'm gonna go over that whole thing. I have a PowerPoint presentation. I think I talked to y'all guys about it. I'm gonna go over that whole thing with the epistles of Paul. Like, it's a whole, once you understand the history behind what was going on with those epistles, the epistles is gonna read way different than what they read now. A lot of us still read the epistles like it's Christianity, like it's a religious. There's nothing religious about this way of life. It's nothing. This is our culture. This is our mores, our folk ways. We're not in a religion. And we need to immerse ourselves in our culture the same way that we immersed ourselves in everything that we did before we came into the truth. Right? A situation came up yesterday. No. Was it yesterday? No, Friday night. And, well, actually, two situations came up, right? Recently. If you've been watching the channel, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? When I talk about immersing yourself in this culture, I'm going to give you guys two examples of what I'm talking about. One of them I spoke about my last slide, but I'm going to repeat it again. So you have this dude that used to be a pastor. And this dude made a video coming against Israelites. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's two, listen, let me tell y'all something right now. Y'all gonna understand what I'm talking about, right? There's two names. If you put it in the title of your video, you are guaranteed for people to watch, right? The first name that you put in your videos, if you want people to watch, is Israelites. If you put Israelites in your video, people gonna watch, especially if you call yourself trying to debunk Israelites, whatever, people gonna watch because they hate us. The only other anomaly I'm seeing lately that you put the name in there, everybody gonna watch is Kevin Samuels. You put his name in the video, everybody gonna watch. Y'all know what it is, right? So tell him, do y'all see my brother Walner Host right there? The brother Walner Host. That's brother Pelaya. Pelaya is graduating from the academy today. He's coming out here and he's graduating today. Y'all need to tell him about how I give it up in the academy. Y'all need to tell him. We go all the way in. Now, there was a situation that popped up, right? There's a video where this pastor, I'm sorry my computer died. I would have pulled the PowerPoint up again because some of y'all didn't see the last PowerPoint. This pastor said, oh, he pulled out the Codex Sinaiticus, right? Codex Sinaiticus. If you didn't watch the last video, those of y'all that did, you should know what I'm talking about already. You should already know what I'm going to say. For those of y'all that did not watch the last live, I'm going to go over it real quick again, right? Brethren, sisterin, the Bible that we have. Guess what? Let me turn the camera, right? Y'all see this guy? You see this guy? Y'all see it? You see this guy? Right? Okay. It's too many people in the Israelite community that is religious as hell. What am I talking about? The way that you brothers and sisters talk, I would think that a long black arm reached out of the sky that had like that little magic wand the tooth fairy has, the little magic wand. The way some of y'all Israelites talk, you would think a long black arm reached out the sky with the damn tooth fairy magic wand and said abracadabra, boom, and the Bible appeared in our hand. I'm trying to be funny, but probably wasn't funny. But that's how some of brothers and sisters talk. That's not how we got the Bible, brothers and sisters. There are some important things that we need to know about our Bible. You need to know these things. And I went over them last live. I'm gonna mention them again. You need to know what is translation. You need to know what is transliteration. Because there's a difference between translation and transliteration. Then you need to understand transmission. What is transmission? From the time of the apostles all the way into the first century early fathers, all the way through till now, how we get the Bible, how we get it. Who were some of the important people in history that were involved in us getting the text today. Most of y'all will say King James. Yeah, that's late. Who is Erasmus? Huh? Who is Casiodoro de Reina? Who are these guys? Who's William Tyndale? This is important stuff. Transmission. Then you need to understand about this word called codexes. Codex, C-O-D-E-X. Every Bible that we have today does not draw from the same codexes. They do not. What are some of the important codexes? They about to start blasting the music, so I might end this. If y'all can't hear me, let me know. I'm gonna end it because they starting to blast the music. You know, this is the park. Everybody's having a good time. So I'm gonna try to get through this quick. What are codexes, family? I'm gonna tell y'all. There are there's a lot of important codexes, but there's 4 codexes you should know about. You have Codex Vaticanus, Codex Alexandrinus, Codex Sinaiticus, and the Textus Receptus. Those 4 codexes, your modern Bibles that you have today, come from those codexes, your New Testaments, for you New Testament Israelites. Your Bibles today, the majority of your Bibles, come from those codexes. You need to know that. Some Bibles use Textus Receptus. Some Bibles use Codex Sinaiticus, Vaticanus, and Alexandrinus. And they're not created equal. Your King James Bible comes from the Textus Receptus. The Textus Receptus. That's where your modern day King James Bible comes from, because a lot of you Israelites said King James only. So you should know that. So from this day on, you need to know that. Why? Because you had a dude that was a pastor that did a video. And in his video, he said the KJV comes from Codex Sinaiticus. That's what he said. So I saw that thing. I don't even know if y'all can still see me. Can y'all see me? I can't see myself. Okay, I see myself now. He said the KJV came from Codex Sinaiticus. Now, if you don't know these things, right, you could be confused and be seduced. Why? Because the passages in English in the KJV do not match the passages in Greek in Codex Sinaiticus. They don't match. So that was his point. He said, this is what he said. He said the translators of the KJV changed the Bible because the English does not match what's in the Greek in Codex Sinaiticus. So I had to kindly jump on his goddamn post on Facebook and explain to him that as soon as possible, he should go to whatever Bible seminary school. Hold on a second, y'all. I see y'all. I'm gonna turn it this way. Hold on a second now. Salakia. Okay. I see what's happening. Okay. Y'all can see me now. So, well, I don't know if y'all can. God damn. All right. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Damn it, I gotta hold the phone. So we're gonna see how long. If my lights are not where they should be and I gotta hold the phone, I'm not gonna stay on much longer. Because I'm teaching. So I need to make sure. I'm gonna go check my lights in a hot second. So he said that the KJV English doesn't match the verse in Codex Sinaiticus. Here's the problem. I had to kindly go on his post and explain to him, this is a guy that was a pastor. This is a guy that spent his money, or the taxpayer money if he got a grant, to go to seminary school. You mean to tell me in seminary school, they never told you the KJV does not come from Codex Sinaiticus? Huh? They didn't tell you that? And this guy, I said he used to be a pastor, now he's Kemetic, calling himself going against the Bible, but you spend all of that time in church, right? Probably hooping and hollering, hobble-lobble-lucia, rolling on the floor, doing the goddamn James Brown, and left the church just as stupid as you went in. because the KJV does not come from Codex Sinaiticus. That's why it doesn't match. The KJV comes from the Textus Receptus, dummy. And that's why I say to y'all, that's why I say to you, you got to immerse yourself in these things. We cannot let stuff like that pass, because you have souls that don't know anything that will see that, will be convinced. And people's on the comment board telling him, yeah, you're right. You're right. That's right. And he's wrong. Yes. Then it came up yesterday that when you go to Egypt, brothers and sisters, right? I'm going to give you guys 2 more jewels and I'm going to get off here because, yeah, I'm just going to get off. I'm going to give you guys 2 more jewels, right? Another thing that came up was this whole thing about the red letter edition Bibles, brothers and sisters, the red letter edition Bible. So when you go to Egypt, when you go to the museum, the Met Museum in Manhattan, right? And you look up the Demotic script of Egypt, right? So remember, you had the hieratic script, you had the Demotic script, and then you have one more script. It slips my mind. If anybody knows, you guys could put it in the chat. I know you have hieratic, Demotic, and you have one more. It kind of slips my mind right now, right? So when you look at the Demotic script on the wall in the Metropolitan Museum of Art, you will notice that when the so-called Egyptian gods are speaking, the lettering is in red. So, of course, the conscious community say that that was stolen from Egypt, because we see the words of Christ in the New Testament written in red. They say we stole that from Egypt. So I kindly called Sonetta yesterday early in the morning, and I saw Tazariak was on it too, and let him know, no, brother, you guys over there do not study. I don't understand what's going on over there. It wasn't until 1899 that red letter scripts were introduced in the Bible. The translators never did that, so they did not steal that from Egypt. If you guys are going to come against the Bible, you got to do better. You got to do better, because there's too many of us that study that's not going to let you guys get away with none of that bullshit. Straight up. I'm just saying. Harry Wynn says one love, so I guess he out of here. All right. Well, hey, bro. Let me see if I can put this phone down. Oh, it's not. I think you have to see me again. Oh, praises. Okay, good. All praises. Yeah, y'all can see me. Yeah. So, hey, bro, I hope hey, Most High be with you. You said you think about joining the camp. So go where the spirit leads you. Most High be with you, King. What else can I tell you, right? What else can I tell you? So I know some of you brothers and sisters are just waking up, taking the coal out your eyes, whatever you're doing. So y'all wondering, why am I sitting in the park yelling? Well, if you've been watching the channel, I told y'all today, our camp is doing a little bit of a cookout. The reason why we're doing the cookout really is because, you had the brothers that went through the academy. They did their 6 months, and today is graduation day for them. It's a beautiful day here in New York. It's gonna be 90 degrees, but I came out here mad early, so I'm up under the trees so that the elderly folks, the kids, the children, when they come, they ain't gotta be out in the sun. I'll show y'all a little bit around the park. We're in the Bronx. This is a place called Pelham Bay Park in the Bronx. It's the last stop on the 6 train. There's like a Dunkin' Donuts right there. We're gonna be out here till like about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. Just having a good time, fellowshipping with the brothers and sisters, man. And our people are everywhere out here, right? So they're gonna see all these Israelites in the park. You know what I'm saying? We got the flyers on deck. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good time, be joyous, man, and hopefully people will walk by and see what we're doing, and we give out flyers and we teach some people. Because that's what we do. That's what the job entails. That's what it is. You know what I'm talking about? All praises. Michael, Ramiel, Padilla, shalom to you, all praises. So, well, GMS Rebuker and Tempter, that's a great question. That's a great question. These guys are reaching, King. That's what it is. They're reaching. They don't have anything, so they're reaching. And we Israelites study. So when they come with that BS, we on top of it. So y'all can look around the park and see for a second. I can see what's going on, right? Hold on, y'all. I gotta talk to these dudes right here for a second. Y'all all right? We're gonna talk about that discussion, right? We're gonna talk about. Just give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that discussion between Zion Lex and Captain Tazariak. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that in 1 second. Give me a second. Let me just holler at these brothers right here real quick. It's beautiful out here, y'all. Hey, yo, bro. Huh? Wait, hold on a second. The dude that was on fitness, he told me to ask y'all if y'all had any extra gloves. You don't have no gloves? Yeah. All right. All right, y'all. Uh-oh, look at Poppy, man. No excuses, y'all. Look. Walk in. There you go. Gotta get out here and get it, man. It's springtime. Get in shape. Get in shape. Get it. Okay. Y'all see me? Yeah. All right. Well, y'all hanging out. Y'all hanging out today. I thought by now I would have bored y'all. Y'all hanging out today. Okay. Okay. Well, if y'all hanging out, then I'll stay on here. I'll stay on here. Let me just wait for the truck to pull off because y'all not gonna be able to hear me. 1 second. All right. So, all right. So for those of y'all that just came on, I'll go back a little bit. Somebody just asked me about the discussion between Zion Lex and Captain Tazariak, right? A so-called Old Testament versus New Testament Israelite debate. 1 second. Okay. All right. So I've been talking to Zion Lex. He and I've been talking, right? I did also speak to Captain Yak. I spoke to him as well. Um, there's a good possibility there's going to be a discussion, but there's some things behind the scenes that need to be discussed, right? I didn't get a chance to talk to Captain Yak yesterday, but I talked to Zion yesterday, and Zion has some concerns, right? So I'm gonna talk to Captain Yak about it and see, behind the scenes and see if brothers could come to you know, an agreement on certain things, and then this discussion could be had. I also told Sonetta about it. So here's my thing, and this you guys are gonna see. I did an interview with Sonetta yesterday, and this came up, right? So you guys know that we did an Old Testament versus New Testament discussion, I would say about 5 years ago. I don't know if you guys know that. I think it's on this channel somewhere. I don't know. It might be on this channel or it might be on Maccabeestv too. I don't remember. Right. And the discussion went fairly well while the camera was on. But when the camera went off, things went left a little bit. I'm just gonna say that. Right. And cooler heads prevail because remember, remember that when Nasi Yashuvel did his debate against Sarah Sutanseti, right? That was the beginning of us forging a cordial dialogue with the brothers that are Old Testament only, right? Because you had my camp that went to that debate, because at the end of the day, he's an Israelite, right? And you got this dude that's speaking against the Bible. So I went to the debate to see what was up. My camp went, AOC went, and some members of GOCC were there too, right? I remember that. So we went there, and that's when we met and we forged a relationship with Nasi Yashuvel, right? Then following behind that, you brothers know what happened. We had the Cameron trial, right? And that's when we were introduced to Zion Lex. And we had the whole Cameron trial thing, right? But we didn't really know Zion like that at the time, the way we knew Nasi. Nasi introduced us to his father, his brothers. You know, I know his family. I know, everybody at his temple. Like, we knew all these people. So we kind of forged a working, cordial relationship, because at the end of the day, we were all defending the Bible against the attacks that were coming against the Bible, right? But we really didn't know Zion like that at the time. So after that happened, we were invited to Brooklyn to have a discussion about the Old Testament, New Testament. We have a discussion. Some of y'all remember that video. It's still on YouTube to this day. So we went and we had the discussion, right? And I'm going to say this. Because we were in their temple, obviously, we took low. Like, we allowed them to speak most of the time. They got most of their points off. The elder, Prince Zapor, who's an elder, he was going off on us. And we just kind of let it ride, because at the end of the day, we made our points. They made their points. It was time for the people to decide. So that was all good. But afterwards, things went left. And that's when you saw Zion went to Sarnetta and did a video, and myself and Hashar, we did a video. You guys all saw that, right? Since that time, we've gotten to know the brother a little better, myself personally, right? I got to know the brother a little better. And while we still vehemently disagree on a lot of things, and I stand my ground on my doctrine, and he stands his ground on his doctrine, at the end of the day, there's a person behind all of that stuff, and I got to know the brother, and I got to see the brother's spirit. And the brother has acknowledged certain things concerning Christ. I don't know if a lot of you guys know, Zion Lex acknowledges the New Testament. Back when we had that debate, he did not acknowledge the New Testament. Now, he doesn't acknowledge it fully in the way that we do, but he acknowledges the New Testament. At the time we had that debate and we had our disagreement, Zion Lex did not believe that Jesus existed. Now, Zion Lex does believe that Jesus existed, but he doesn't believe that Jesus was the Messiah. So the brother has made some progress. But back then, things went left, right? Because we didn't know each other. We didn't have that relationship. And so I say all that to say, I was telling Sarnetta and I was telling Zion, because Zion is feeling a certain way about certain things, that I think we all need to sit down. If him and Yak are going to have that discussion, I am going to talk to Cap too about it. Hey, Shalom, Yabatas, I see you. Shalom to you, King. If we're going to have that discussion about that, right, I think that we should sit down first, because I don't want it to go left, because the brother's, he has certain concerns about having this discussion based on certain things, which I'm not going to talk about. So I think there should be a discussion first amongst parties, and maybe even some other people present for this discussion, just to keep everything on track. I think brothers are good. I think everything will be fine, but the brother does have some concerns. So we're going to talk about that behind the scenes. All right. Like I said, I got to talk to Captain Yak, because he doesn't really know what's going on. I didn't talk to him yesterday, but I was talking to Zion yesterday quite a bit. So we have to have this discussion. So can it happen? Yes. But the thing is that for us to have these discussions, brothers are going to have to be mature, because you got to go in knowing that people are going to say things that's going to offend you as far as what we believe in the New Testament and Yahweh Shai. People are going to say things to offend you, right? If you're standing on the ground of truth, then you don't allow your emotions to get the better of you. You stand your ground and you defend your point when it comes to the New Testament, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, etc., etc. Stand your ground and defend your point. After that discussion, when I tell y'all, right, that their whole, because we had it at their school, brothers and sisters, It was a full house at their school in Brooklyn. It was my camp, not even my whole camp, a few members of my camp and a few members of AOC. Wasn't everybody. And we was in their school, in their house, and it was Divine Prospect also. We was in their school, in their house, outnumbered. When we went outside, when I tell you that all them guys was around us, just with their doctrines, right? But we didn't get emotional. We just stood there and stood our ground. You say something, we say something. You say this, we say that, going back and forth. But that only was able to happen because we had forged a relationship with these brothers during Cameron trial, defending the Bible in general, right? Now, I know there's a lot of people that's going to be like, well, you know, I could already hear the naysayers, well, you still shouldn't have did that. You still shouldn't have, whatever, right? I'll say, like I said, the brother has changed his stance on the existence of Christ and the New Testament since then. You see what I'm saying? So if we would have gave up on that brother back then what? That's why sometimes I don't listen to the naysayers, whatever like that. I'm moving the spirit. I'm moving the spirit. All right. So that discussion might take place, and I think it'll be an interesting discussion. I don't necessarily think the discussion is going to be what you guys think it's going to be, though. I don't think it's going to be on on whether the New Testament is real or not, because Zion already acknowledged that he believes the New Testament is real. So it might be a discussion on some other things. Maybe it'll be on whether Christ is Messiah. Maybe it'll be on, you know, I don't know what it'll be on, but it'll be a good discussion to have. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it'll be a good discussion to have, y'all. But I did say, though, to Sonetta, if he has it, he can't have the peanut gallery, you know, involved in the debate. These dudes that don't believe in the Bible, the Dagger squads, the damn Amara squads, they don't have nothing to do with this. When they have their discussions on their Kemet and their this and their that, we don't be there involved in that stuff. We don't be involved in that stuff. We over here minding our business. So yeah, we can have it on your platform because that's where brothers want to do it. But you need to have Israelites involved in that discussion on the peripheral. That's what I told them. What's up, Mika? I think, hey, Mika, I'm starting to think you Kemetic, man. I'm starting to think so, man. Mika, you Egyptian or what? I've been looking at some of your posts, man. I'm like, man, you have been seduced. You've been seduced. How good are you at reading the Metal Netter now? I see you taking the courses and doing all that stuff like that. So you're reading Metal Netter now too? Next thing I know, right? You're gonna be in that what is that? The Ma'at pose? You're gonna be like this? What's that pose? You're gonna be like this? You know? Oh, sugar. Yeah, man, it's gotta stay scholarly, man. This is what I'm saying, right? When the scriptures tell us to study to show ourselves approved, right? So when you study to show yourself approved, you never get flustered, you don't get beside yourself, you don't get when you insult, you know what that old saying says, when somebody resorts to insults or getting loud or out of character, they already lost the argument. So when you study, you don't have to get loud or out of character or nothing. You know what you know. You wait your turn, you keep it scholastic, and you drop your information. Tashaka O'Kelly, shalom to you, brother. Blessings to you, right? Like I said, the scriptures say in the book of Timothy, I believe 2 Timothy 2:15, the Most High says, study to show yourself approved. Study to show yourself approved. When you study and when you research, right, and you have your information together, you're not concerned with what nobody else is saying because you know what you know. And you can't be moved. See? All right. So, damn, I've been on for like an hour and a half, but I always like to close out by allowing you guys to tell me what you guys want me to talk about. Is there anything that you guys want me, any subject matters that I missed aside from what's going on in Israel and stuff like that? I got a whole show coming on that. So, well, I mean, that's how the brother makes his living, right? He makes this is what he does. So if he says you brothers and sisters have to pay to see the debate, and that's what it is. Shit, my brother-in-law is calling me, but he'll have to wait. Yeah. If I answer the phone, it's gonna kill a live. Give me a second, y'all. What else y'all guys want to talk about? Or better yet, well, it's a warrior lord. It's his platform. So if he says you got to pay, you got to pay. Y'all want me to tell you? If he say you got to pay, you got to pay. I know a lot of y'all look and see me in my throwback Adidas outfit and everything like that. I am shooting some B-roll footage for my next music video. I got one more record, one more group of records that I'm dropping, and I'm putting the microphone back up. I fulfilled my promise to one of my brothers. It's the only reason why I even got back into making music to begin with. I made a promise to a brother in the camp, and I did it, right? I'm gonna put this last batch of records out, and I'm gonna be done. We're gonna go in today, man. We're gonna go in. We're gonna turn this whole park upside down. They ain't gonna know what the hell is this. You know what I'm talking about? Well, Warrior Lord, you asked why not just donate? Because if people are asked to donate, they ain't gonna donate. Watch this. I ask people to hit the like button, they don't do that. You go on somebody's video, people be having to beg people to hit the like button. Much less you ask people for a donation. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't worry about that stuff. Y'all know I got my channel for a while. My super chat was disabled because of so-called hate speech. But YouTube, for some reason, I didn't even know why, they restored my super chat. But guess what? I don't turn it on most of the time. For what? Like I'm not, I'm gonna start turning it back on though. But I really don't ask people to hit me. You know what I'm saying? If listen, the people that watch this video, as long as I'm on the subject, they see what's going on across the scroller right there, and they go to the website and they make their donations and stuff like that. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all, but I don't. It's up to you. If what I do helps you, if what I'm teaching helps you, and it's helped you, then you know what to do. Help the camp, help the body. And if you can't help the body that way, then just hit the like button. That's all. That's it. But everybody's not like me. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they want their donations and stuff like that. It is what it is. I can't tell a man not to do that. So Dwayne, I'm thinking about dropping it in the fall. I just did a couple of records recently, but I got to go back in and make some adjustments to some of the records and stuff like that. So I'm looking at like the fall time, if it be the Lord's will, fall, and it's gonna be way different than the first two. Way different. The sound is way different. You know what I'm saying? I'm experimenting. I said if I'm gonna go out experimenting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got some stuff on it that people's gonna be like, I didn't even know you would try to make a record like that. Why not? Yeah. What else? What else y'all talking about on here? Let's see. What do I think about Summer wearing fringes? Are you talking about Sumer wearing fringes? Okay. So, I see that that's a doctrine too, right? I don't want to get too far off into that, but I see that that's a doctrine too. Fringes are not something that was proprietary or only the Israelites did. You had other nations that wore fringes too, right? But fringes was something that the Most High gave us as part of something to identify us from these other nations as far as keeping the commandments. And the Most High added in a border of blue. So what separated us from the other nations that wore fringes, we also wore the ribbon of blue as well. That's also a part of our custom, right? So you'll see other nations doing a lot of things. That's one of the things that you'll notice about Israel, right? you will see parallels or things amongst our nations, sometimes amongst other nations too. Sometimes those other nations were influenced by us as well. Because remember, these nations are all in the same geographic area pretty much. So a lot of times you're going to see cultures kind of cross over to each other. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't really nothing. Right, Dwayne, exactly. The core of blue makes ours unique. Exactly. Um, well, I mean, you guys from GMS have said so much already about it, and I've spoken about it also. This Israeli Palestinian conflict. I'm gonna come at it from a different perspective, and again, what I say may be offensive to some, but that's okay, right? Um, Mosai is going to destroy that land, completely incinerate that land. First of all, you got rats living there, and I'm not talking about four-legged rats. I'm talking about two-leg rats living over there, right? You got kosher pork over in that land, right? You have rainbow parades over in that land, right? You have all types of abominable foods and plants and everything being grown over in that land. And you have an abominable people ruling that land. So the Most High is going to thoroughly purge that land with fire. And then the book of Ezekiel, I believe it's the book of Ezekiel, tells us that that land is going to come back like Eden. Because Jerusalem, or the land that we live in, the Levant, part of that area is where the Garden of Eden was, right? We know these things. So that place is going to be thoroughly purged and destroyed. And that's what we're beginning to see right now. You're seeing these two nations, which really and truly, let's be really clear about a few things. Number one, a lot of those so-called Palestinians that you see on the TV, a lot of those are Edomites too. Those are nothing but Ottoman Turk babies. The real Palestinians, the real Philistines are brown-skinned, melanated people. So what you're looking at is Satan divided against Satan. That's what you're looking at. One group of Edomites that think that they're better than another group of Edomites fighting each other over a land that don't belong to either one of them. And so God is going to destroy that place, man. God is going to destroy that place. And we're beginning to see the first inkling of that right now. Remember what the Lord told us, I believe it's in the book of Zechariah chapter 12, right? I believe it's Zechariah chapter 12. If it's not, you guys can put the correct scripture inside the chat. The Bible says in the book of Zechariah, I believe it's the 12th chapter, the Most High said he's going to make Jerusalem a burdensome stone to all that trouble themselves with it. Y'all hear that? The Lord said he's going to make Jerusalem a burdensome stone. Now that's twofold. I take that as twofold. Literally the land. Every nation that has tried to have our land has always had wars there. You had crusades fought over that land with bloodshed. Huh? Ever since 1968, them people have been living in that land. They have had no peace. They don't belong there. Then on top of it, right, on another level, if you peel back the layer of the onions a little further, we are Jerusalem, the Israelites. So every nation that takes us into captivity and oppresses us, God judges them and is going to judge them, because we're Jerusalem also. So we're going to be like that burdensome stone also. They're going to be judged and destroyed for coming against our people. Okay? And that might be, and this is the part where I said that some might get offended, that might be the reason why the Most High is removing, whether they want to or not, even though they're kicking and screaming, that might be the reason why the Lord is removing some of the people that's over there in Demona. Because I'm going to tell you, quite frankly and honestly, and there's going to be people that's going to be mad at me, they was never supposed to go there to begin with. The Most High is not going to establish Israel living in that land in its present condition. That land needs to be burned thoroughly and purged before we can go back there. There's some fire upon that. Yeah, almost in my bed. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody around here, hey y'all, everybody around here looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what the hell is he screaming about? And what is going on over there? Wait till everybody get here. Yeah. So Yeah, Jerusalem needs to be, that place needs to be thoroughly purged with fire. So we're in that time right now. And also, you brothers and sisters should rejoice. You know why? See, I'm taking this from a different perspective than we normally hear, because everything that everybody says about that conflict is true scripturally. So I'm coming at it from a whole different perspective, right? We should rejoice when we are seeing what's happening in that land. Do you know why, brothers and sisters? Do you know why, Israel? Do you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, we don't need a DNA test. Listen, we don't need a DNA test. We don't need no scholars or no archaeologists or no anthropologists or nothing like that. All we need is the Bible to prove that those people there are not the people. All you need is the Bible. Isaiah 2 says, when the Israelites, the true people of God, are in the land, nations shall beat their weapons into plowshares, and there will be no more war. What we've been witnessing since 1968 and right now is proof. I don't need no more proof. It's proof positive that the people in that land are not the people. And so all these false prophets, and I'm just going to give you one umbrella. It's called TBN, the Trinity Broadcasting Network. All them fake pork chop eating preachers, TD Jakes, Creflo Dollar, and the rest of their ilk. These black devils are all false prophets, because they all say that we're supposed to stand with the people of Israel. But how can they be the people of Israel if they are in that land and there's no peace, when Isaiah said there would be peace? So I rejoice. The more war I see over there, I rejoice, because it just goes to show that those are not the people. I ain't even got to pull 100 scriptures. Those can't be the people. And that's that. And that's that. I had to look around and see who's looking at me. All right. So what else, y'all? What else? I'm about to go now. What else? And also, what else y'all want to talk about? Also, what else do you guys want to see on the channel? Or who do you want to see on the channel? And don't give me no names of nobody that don't talk to nobody. Like, you got some Israelites that they don't talk to nobody if they're not in their camp. Not those names. What do you want to see? And who do you want to see on the channel? What did I miss? What haven't I talked about yet? It could be anything. It could be finances. It could be credit. It could be marriage. It could be whatever. What do y'all want? What do y'all want? Okay, I see you, Michael. What else? Okay. Well, I guess nothing. I think I've covered everything, because other than Michael, nobody else said anything. So that's fine too. All praises. It means I'm doing a good job, I think. I don't know. Sugar. All praises, all praises. All right, family. Well, Warrior Lord, all praises. That's right. Yep, that's right. Those are all classic scriptures. That's right. That's right. If you brothers and sisters check just the annals of history, you guys will see how many wars have been fought over the land that we call Israel today. How many times the land of Israel has been invaded? Many times, many wars, much bloodshed over that land, and all the people that were fighting over it doesn't belong to none of them. You know? All right. Well, that's my story, family. I am sticking to it. And I'm gonna tell y'all what. If you was in my house listening to me rant in the park like I'm a madman, and you didn't hit the like button or the dislike button, you didn't interact at all, then you have not purged out the leaven. You celebrated the Passover and didn't purge out the leaven out your house or your spirit. You need to repent and believe the gospel. This your brother Priest Dan, representing Lions of Israel, Maccabeestv. Y'all see what's going on the ticker underneath? If it applies to you, if you're interested, holla.
Peace, peace, peace. Brother Patrick, what's good?
I saw your video, man. It's all about the American vibe, but you gotta put some Caribbean vibe in the video right now, man. Bless. Boom!
You got it. Coming up, Caribbean style. You know how we do. Peace out.
Yo, you know how we do Danyaahla. Shouting out to all Israel. Bringing this truth in. Here come Priest Danyaahla. Here to drop this word.
We got them scared when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? Hey, we got them scared when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? Slave, heart of a king, you can't hold me hostage. Armed with the words of Yahweh and his holy prophets. As I chant down Babylon, load up my magazine, burn down this wicked place, you'll pass me some gasoline. And where my real soldiers at? The time is now, there's nothing that can hold us back. Maccabees Alliance, we do what real leaders do. Burn Christianity and that white Jesus too. Can't wait, I represent the risen Savior. While the devil gets rich off of prison labor. Burn them up, don't call it sudden death. Of the house of Esau, there won't be nothing left. We got them scared when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? We got them scared when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? Cast down thrones, the vision was awful. And the ancient of days with hair like pure wool. Clothed in white linen, so I walked towards the light. And I saw Yahweh who was seated by his right hand. The prophet Daniel described it so vivid that the kingdom is ours and God is gonna give it back. Chant down wickedness and everything your dollar buys. Cry aloud, spare not, and no, I don't apologize. I pray for the dying youth. I'm War Machine, but I ain't got an iron suit. Hunting down traitors cause I ain't got a soft spot. So where's the politicians at? And where's Pastor Pork Chop? The Christian church lies to me. Homeland Security, they violate my privacy. CIA, FBI, they ain't got nothing on me. Biblical prophecy, so here comes the Russian army. We got them scared when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? We got them scared when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do?
So now you know Esau's finished. This world is going down. Priest Danyaahla already dropped it on you. So we say it's true. Qom Yashala. Israel in the building. All praises to the Most High.
On the rise, Babylon is going down. All praise to Yahweh. LOI